this, but every time he talks, he ain't shit of a fighter, but he's doing everything you can to figure it out. It makes no sense, man. This dude could send all the Judases in my gym, all that come. It's not gonna stop. What's gonna happen? It's so sad. All his silly attempts. I need a rehydration club. I need him 1 to 36. I need this.
You don't want to run the
fight. You
fight.
need everything for a non-complete fight.
Is a 135 fighter.
Why do you need everything for a non-complete
fight?
Are
you or are you not a 135 fighter?
Putting your foot in your mouth.
Are you or are you not a 135 fighter?
Delusional, bro. Stop lying to the people.
Are you or are you not a 135 fighter?
You trying everything to stop it? I'm sorry, man. You can send them all. You want to watch me train tonight? You can. You can come. Your whole team can come watch. It's not gonna stop that. What's gonna happen? Leonard, you want to come, Leonard?
Go trash.
You can pay all the people to spy in the camp. It ain't.
I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
You know what
I know exactly what you're doing.
Uh-oh.
Trust and believe.
Isn't it?
And the mole is in your
It
camp.
work, man. I trust me, Leonard. You're gonna love me after this. You want to be part of my team, Leonard. You want to be part of my team, Leonard.
We'll give you all the final word. We'll start with you, Ryan Garcia, for the hundreds of thousands to the million of people that's going to buy this pay-per-view. You got a sold-out T-Mobile Arena that have come to see this super fight. Tell these folks, final word, what they're going to get come Saturday night.
His ass whooped.
What'd he say?
An ass whooping.
Oh.
Go ahead, Ryan.
I'm gonna leave it at that. All right. It's gonna be an accident. We shall. Captain Hook is coming.
Tank, I'll give you the final word. Tell these
It was
people.
too funny to say some shit.
Tell them what they're going to get Saturday night.
Oh man, I excited to fight, man. I'm excited to be here. It's gonna be great, man. We got two guys that's, well, I don't know about him, but
Gray.
I'm coming
Bill.
with some stuff.
He's coming with some stuff.
And it's a special start time. 8 o'clock Eastern.
7
5
o'clock.
o'clock Pacific time. Showtime pay-per-view from T-Mobile Arena here in the fight capital of the world. Gervonta Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia. Guys, we got to have a face-off.
Uh-oh. Face off, guys. What the hell is Oscar wearing? He's looking like a fucking futuristic old man. He's like he got a Martian suit.
You look drink. You look drink. You look real drink.
I'm not drinking.
You look drink.
I'm not
You
drinking.
look small now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you small now.
Yeah.
Oh,
See, I
feel it now. You ain't big at all.
You got
You
that
ain't big at all.
You got that weak ass.
You ain't big at all.
You got
I
that
like
weak ass
it. Why don't you like it? You look good. You look good.
It's trash.
You look good, man.
You gonna look
You
good
look
right
good.
on the ground.
You gonna look good with that jaw, bro. I promise you that.
I'm gonna break your jaw. Look how
I think that's big. I got a bigger target. If it's small, you ain't got a target. Think about
got no
it.
defense. They had no defense. No defense, bro.
And you're delusional of your defense.
My defense way better than yours, nigga.
Yeah, see. You shall see.
Gonna get his ass kicked. King and I ain't gonna get his ass kicked. He's the one that's the distraction right there, your brother, right there. Yeah. I'll put you to sleep for sure.
Ooh.
That's the advisor right there, right? That's the advisor right there? Oh yeah, that's the one we call an owl, huh? That's the one we call an owl. Yeah. I'm not even talking to you. Shut up.
Thank you, everybody.
Look, they're still talking. They're still talking.
Thank you, everybody.
Look at Davis. Look.
King Ryan Garcia, Saturday night, Showtime pay-per-view.
As you saw there, the tension's hot.
Listen. I was almost asleep. And I was like, you know what? I'm kind of bored. I'll go work a little bit. But then I had the TV downstairs on. All right. And I heard Ryan talk about Tank. And that's when it started. And I'm like, listen, let me go live for this. Let me share this with you guys. Because I mean, I watch a lot of these things without lives, you know, and you know, I like to analyze what there's, you know, the energy and stuff like that. So what I'm going to start doing, like a lot of these things that I go and I, you know, I look at in solitude, I'm going to start doing that with you guys because like this here, you know, I start watching this, you know, and I start like listening to the commentators. I don't really like listen to the commentators. I want to listen to the fighters. I want to listen to the trainers. I want to listen to the promoters. I want to listen to, you know, the announcer, you know. That's what I want to listen to. I want to hear from you guys. Hopefully it's a good fight. Always good to have a face-off. That, you know what, Bill? It really wasn't a face-off. I didn't see a face-off. I seen like Tank here, Ryan here. They weren't here. You know what I mean? They were like far apart. So that kind of made me like, I didn't think the tension was that bad. Now I know the trash talk was probably in favor of Ryan because Ryan can talk. He's just, I think Ryan knows how to talk. He just doesn't know the right things to say yet. I don't know if he will get better at that. I just know he's like one of those guys that likes to talk because he likes to hear himself talk. However, there's a such thing as talking with the right type of vernacular and the right type of cue and timing. He could have done a lot better. But he's against Tank Davis. Tank Davis is not a talker at all. You know, Mr. Articulate. He's not that dude. He's just like, well, where you, you know what I mean? He's not as fast as he's punching or his reflexes. You know, he's like a guy from the South. You know, just because I talk slow don't mean I think slow. Right? Yes, it's part of the zone deal. I will check it out. But it says Showtime pay-per-view. Well, I got DAZN, so I mean, that just should show you, you know, where you should be. Because like if you have crossover fights, and it's the difference between a DAZN prescription and a pay-per-view, I mean, that's a no-brainer. So we'll see though. I'll find out tomorrow. I'll find out tonight. Careful with the audio, Kurt. It's fairly loud. Well, they were just talking. You didn't really hear a lot of commentation. You know, you didn't really hear a lot of that. So, you know, I don't think it's too bad. But I do feel you, Ryan, because again, I've had commentators talking, and I think they were like, I don't know if it was Showtime official or whatever, but yeah, it was definitely shut down. Garcia is going to be dehydrated. Rosie, you know what? He looks already dehydrated. You see those bones right there? Those bones were well defined. Well defined. Kevin Lopez, Ryan was hiding behind old dude. Bill says, hit the like button, peeps. Hit the like button. We got over 40 people in here. Cisco Perez, sup Kurt, what's with the rehydration clause on Garcia? He can't gain more than 10 pounds after he makes weight. Yeah. So in other words, when he makes weight tomorrow, the day of the fight, they're going to weigh him again, and it can't be over 146 because the weigh-in is at 136. So they have to make 136 pounds. So he can't come in over 146. Press conference ended. I got the bubble guts. I'm nervous for them. Fernie, I'm kind of nervous for him too, but like whoever loses, loses. And this is boxing, and I think we've got to the point with our fighters that we support, we get so scared for them. But that just shows you the compassion and the love we have for the fighters. However, they're their own men. They're making the money. They're taking the risk. So by God, I say, let's let them take it. You know, let them take the risk. Ryan looks weak and sleepy. He looks drained himself. Maybe when he said, oh man, you look drained, I'm like, okay, maybe you're talking about yourself. It's called deflection. Turpentine, Tank is what Tank is what and smiles. Nicholas, LOL at Tank, biting his nails and looking nervous as F. I think Tank's nervous parts are when he talks. I don't think he's like that talking guy. He's not. He's never really been. You know, he's like one of those guys. I mean, he can smile. He's not a bad looking dude. But then when he talks, it's like he's not on the level of is Ryan. But Ryan looks drained, bro. You can see every little ridge in his damn throat. You know what? Ryan is looking like Lou Diamond Phillips and Stand Up and Deliver. You guys got to be my age to know who Lou Diamond Phillips is. This motherfucker's looking like Lou Diamond to the Phillips. He's looking like bamba. Orion is about to sleep. They both seem nervous to me. They were both really quiet for most of it. We need these two to fight, to be honest. Well, hopefully they fight Saturday. You predicted Tank to win, Kurt, based on his durability. Yeah. But then that doesn't rule Ryan out. You got to pick one. When I did it, I'm like, if Ryan gets caught, he does recuperate fast. He does. But then what does he do when he's being attacked? See, we've seen him drop before. But the only problem is we've seen him drop, but we did not see him get challenged or pressed when he got dropped. Because, see, Luke Campbell hit him, and then almost like Luke Campbell caught him, and he didn't really know what to do when he did catch him. That's not Tank. And then, see, Tank's dangerous because he's waiting. He's like that Wilder type fellow. He ain't waiting. He's not looking to win bouts. He's looking for a knockout. That's what he's doing. And I just see him knocking out Ryan faster than Ryan is to beat him on points. But then I think the rehydration clause will become a factor because he won't be a welterweight, but he's supposed to be a welterweight coming into that fight. He's supposed to gain more than 10 pounds. Ryan may gain more than 10 pounds. If he gains more than 10 pounds, let's say he comes in the day after, Saturday, at 148, 149, and he takes that fine, I pick him to win. Why? Because he won't be starched for anything. He did a Danny Jacobs in the Golovkin situation. No, not Golovkin. Or was it the Golovkin fight? Or was it the Canelo fight where he came in heavier and he had to drop a belt or something like that? He's doing that. If he does that make that right. But, Danny he still lost. But it is what it is. Wilder wants a fourth fight. Wilder will lose his next fight if he doesn't forget about Fury. Well, hopefully they'll put him in with someone that he won't lose. Nicholas coming in with another super chat. So what you're saying is he talks like Floyd reads. Nick, you said that, I didn't, but that's a good analogy, bro. That is. Because he's not a good talker. Why the hell is Leonard Ellerby looking like Santa Claus with no hair? And he dyed that shit. He ain't just Snow White, bro. He dyed that shit that color. Because I guess he's embracing the older age. And look, he dyed it silver. You can't go from that color to the color he was that fast. I'm sorry. Rene Padilla, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Listening to Davis is kind of cringy sometimes. Yeah, I mean, it's just like somebody that's kind of challenged. He's not like he has a kind of some. Well, I can't say challenge, man. That's too harsh of words. Like he has some type of speech impediment, And I really feel bad for people like that. But I mean, you shouldn't because I don't think it stops the way they think. You know what I mean? They just can't get the words out. That thin neck. Dude. You know that, yeah, you know this man was looking like Lou Diamond Phillips in Alabama. All that shit was like. Jacobs did it for both fights. Okay, because I know like Jacobs is a naturally bigger guy. Really, Jacobs should be 168. Jacobs is done. He's done. Jacobs had a good run. He got beat by Golovkin. He got beat by Canelo. He got beat by what's the Russian fighter? Pitrug. But yeah, he's done. I mean, I think Gabe Rosado beat him. He fought someone else, didn't he? I think Ryder, was it? And lost to Ryder. I'm excited about seeing both together, but I'm betting on Ryan, the underdog. Ciccarelli, it profits you to do so, because it ain't a fight that far off, but you can tell. Ryan Garcia is like you can tell he's weight drained now. He wants to really make that weight, so he has to tomorrow. He has to make that weight for tomorrow and maintain a window of that weight. He needs to maintain in between that bracket of weights. It's a massive fight, but the fact there's no world title on the line shows how well matched up these guys have been by their promoters. Barry Murray, yeah, and it shows you also they didn't do what they should have done in order to legitimize the fighters. Ryan should have fought Devin Haney first. Tank should have fought Teofimo for all the belts. Those fights are except for the one, the WBC. Since he didn't want the Loma rematch, Teofimo should have fought Tank. But see, Tank was being protected too. So it was like a bunch of shit that was going on, and that's why I just totally I just stopped looking at the lightweight division. I know it was the golden era, but nobody was fighting each other. Nobody. He probably was dyeing his hair black for a while. Yeah, he probably was, but I don't see it that white. But look, you can't hide that nose. Maybe he's just trying to take off he's trying to distract people from looking at them two booty holes he got on the side of his nose. Just feel like Ryan's chin isn't going to hold up. When he gets caught, we will find out.
We tricked his.
Yeah, they're talking back and forth right now. I don't know what they're saying. Like, let me see.
Tank does have an collection letter.
Well,
where do we stand on the whole purse thing?
The handbag.
No.
Yeah, the handbag. That's some Floyd Mayweather shit, the handbag. Floyd had $1 million walking around with him and shit. That's one of the dumbest things he could have ever done. I don't give a shit how many guards are around you. I don't care how big those boys are. Man, do you understand walking around with a satchel of $1 million in it? I mean, $1 million. Hopefully, if he gets robbed, he could have something in that device that either blows it or, ink or something. But he don't. He just has a satchel full of money that he likes to spend and walk around in. That means somebody could rob you and become a fucking millionaire. And in some places, somebody could rob you and never have to work again. And Gervonta is now following Floyd's bullshit. You don't walk around with that type of money, man. That's crazy. Leonard Ellerbe is 57. Well, damn. He looks 67 now, man. Yeah, Jacob still did more than Andre than Charlo. Yeah, he did. Lou Diamond Phillips and Young Guns. Jacob's full of Charlo. Yeah, that's sad, but that's some more Al Heyman bullshit. Nicholas, logically speaking, coming in with that Cinco. Logically speaking, Tank's KO punch is the rear hand. And in order to throw that, he will always be open for the short left hook. He needs the jab. Well, he's gonna have to come in. Tank's has to come in because somebody like Ryan, he's gonna use his height, because he's gonna fight smart. He's gonna, he's just gonna box Tank and let Tank come in, and he's gonna pop his ass with that left hook. If he can time it right, he can hurt Tank or he can get Tank out. But I think if in time, if Tank is going to really have to use his agility, and I think that's what he's been doing, though. But he's not trying to outpoint Ryan. He's trying to knock Ryan out. So it's just going to be that dramatic time, if that time ever takes place. I'm going to knock him out. Nothing more, nothing less. Pretty Boy or Money, which do you think was better? Pretty Boy was better than Floyd. Floyd, by the time... See, Floyd Money Mayweather was not a challenging fighter at all. You don't know how good he was because he's not going to show you how good he is. There's no need for Floyd Money Mayweather to show you how good he is when he picks fights. That's not the point. See, when you hear Floyd say, I've never been, those fights were easy. Those were easy fights. They weren't difficult at all. They weren't difficult at all because they weren't supposed to be. Floyd pissed over his own career. That's why Manny Pacquiao's career resume is better than Floyd's. Because what Floyd did was, Floyd used his career while he was undefeated, while he was marketable, while he was fighting, to pick fights that made him look better only to get money for those fights. Now, you could argue he got paid more than anybody else, but it was under the perception that he's never lost, that he's the best. But if you pick fighters that make you look like you're the best fighter in the fucking world, why not get paid more? Counterpunch. So Floyd did that. They knew, no, don't fight Erislandy Lara, fight Robert fucking Guerrero. Why? Because Robert Guerrero is going to make you look good. Erislandy Lara is not. So imagine this, people. Imagine if Floyd fought the harder fighters. Don't fight Thurman. Fuck Errol Spence. Don't go anywhere near Erislandy Lara and all those guys that he could have fought. No, we're going to fight Andre Berto. Why? Because Berto does not get tested. Berto can be pushed back. Berto can be intimidated. Berto is not a volume fighter. He's a gifted, quick fighter, but none of those other things apply. So Floyd knew, let's pick that guy over a guy that may give us problems. Because see, what happens when Floyd started taking those fights that he could lose or look bad winning? He doesn't get paid as much because people are going to say like, man, Floyd's slipping. And if Floyd's slipping, somebody's going to beat him. And if somebody can beat him and he looks unbeatable, that means why would you really want to watch him? He looks like he's past his prime. The perception is keep Floyd winning at a performance level to appear that he's just better or so much better than the fighters at that time. And all he has to do is promote, I'm better than any fighter. I'm better than any fighter. I'm TBE, baby. Nobody can do what I did. Have those fighters. You be like, why don't you fight Lara? Has Lara has he ever lost? That's what he's gonna say. because now you're building an argument based on stats. And a lot of people go by stats and facts. It's easy. It's easy to do that, but it's the easier thing to do. Let my mouth talk versus my hands fly, because I can talk better, or I can be advised to talk better. Okay, that I'm better than anybody else. I don't have to prove it. Tyson Fury's doing the same shit, people. This is being repeated again and again and again. You know, now you got guys that do stick out. Canelo, he sticks out, even though people look at Canelo, he should fight David Benavidez. Okay, who did he fight? He lost to Floyd. He fought Edislani Lara after he lost to fucking Floyd. He didn't have to take that fight. He fought Golovkin 3 fucking times. He fought Julio Cesar Chavez. He fought everybody at 168 except David Benavidez. But whose fault is that? David Benavidez. He should have stayed off the fucking Scarface snow candy. Booger sugar. He should have stayed away from it. You know, then he goes to 175, gets his ass whooped. Then he goes back to 168. Okay, so at least he's fighting people, unlike Floyd. Floyd didn't move nowhere past 160. He could have went up to fight Golovkin. His ascension was gone because he knew, if I go up there, I'm going to get hurt. But Floyd was smart enough not to. Not brave enough, not good enough, but smart enough. But smarts don't always get you the recognition you need as being the best. For casual, sure, but not bona fide boxing fans like myself. I'm never going to look at Floyd money as the best. Pretty Boy Floyd, sure. Pretty Boy Floyd was the best, or one of the best fighters at the time frame that he fought. Do you think Tank walks through Ryan? No. Skrilla 50, what's up, brother? Counterpunch to you. Strangingness, ain't no sunshine when Tank's gone. Toby Larone, Kurt, I don't want this to become a Ryan versus Tank thing, but Tank has the mind of a child. I swear he reminds me of my 5-year-old. Well, is he the smartest? No. Does he supposed to be the smartest? No. And you don't want this to be about Tank versus Ryan. This is exactly what this is about. Tank and Ryan head to head. You read the title. That's what it's about. We're talking about Tank and Ryan. This is pregame, baby. I'm going to be live for the fight, 7 p.m. I'll be here, right here. God willing, right here. I have paid a lot of money to watch Leonard versus Eddie. I'd pay, or I would have paid. Nah, I mean, it would be something different. We never seen promoters go at it, so it would be something different. But someone like Ellerby, Ellerby's not a game player. See, Ellerby would actually try to physically hurt Eddie. And I don't mean box him. He'd try some stupid shit. You know what I mean? Riots and, and these are coming from promoters that's supposed to be the most professional, that shows the most professionalism. You'll see things in there so childish, so blatant, so unprofessional, to the point you're like, damn, this is really off the chain. But the question would be, would it sell? Leonard Ellerby looks like the kind of guy that will punch you in the ball sack or hit you after the bell rings. Okay? Zhang would stop Ruiz. Let's see it. The Floyd impression is on point. Thunder's production. Thank you, brother. If Tank loses, then somebody needs to keep a close 24-hour check on him after the fight. I don't think he'll handle defeat very well. Well, I don't think. I can't say a lot of fighters haven't. Joe Joyce took it better than I ever seen someone lately. We haven't heard excuses of bitch shit like that. We ain't seen nothing like that. Kurt, how would Floyd done against Edwin Valero if they fought? Let me take a look. Okay. And I'm only looking because Edwin Valero. See, he died in 2010. So that means he would have fought Pretty Boy Floyd. Pretty Boy Floyd would have beat Edwin Valero. Pretty Boy Floyd would have. He would have been too aggressive, even though Edwin was mad aggressive, but he wouldn't have beat Floyd. He wouldn't have. But then Edwin is the type of guy that it would be a very good fight. Don't get me wrong. It would still be a very good fight. You know, it would be a very good fight because Edwin knows how to attack. That's why Castillo and many and thousands of people believe Castillo beat Floyd, because Castillo knew how to fight Floyd instead of box Floyd. You don't try to box Floyd. Any fucking Floyd. I don't care if it's Pretty Boy. I don't care if it's money. You don't try to do any of those things. You better know how to box your ass off if you're dealing with Floyd, because Floyd knows that game inside and out. Okay? So, like, Valero would have attacked. It's a good fight, though, but I think Floyd would have just, with his reflexes, you know, that shit's, you know what I mean? He would have been, you know, but then would that be enough to intimidate people? Because what the intimidation factor from the reflexes that Floyd had bothered fighters, because at some point the fighters just like, they try to bargain with themselves fighting Floyd. They say, well, maybe Floyd won't hit me as much if I don't go in to attempt to attack him. Because every time they go to attack, Floyd is going to make you pay because of attacking. When you try something, he has something for you. And it don't feel that great, people. People look at Floyd, oh, he can't punch. Well, that stopped a lot of people from coming in the path of those punches. Okay? So, no, you don't have these sledgehammer knockout, hardest puncher ever. You don't need that in boxing if you got that type of skill like Floyd does or did. And Pretty Boy Floyd didn't need that. And Pretty Boy would be the one that's going to hit you with 100 punches around and get you the F out of there. That's what Floyd did. So, you know, if he could intimidate Edwin like that, he could probably stop him. But from fight to fight, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Lara versus Floyd is a hardcore boxing fan's dream. Skrilla 50 it is. And a lot of people that are not hardcore, casuals, would shut that shit down. That's the boringest fight ever. Because they don't respect what boxing is. They respect guys that took a lot of punishment, but in return gave us a lot of excitement. I.e. Arturo Gatti. I love Arturo Gatti. God bless him. God bless the dead. But he took too many shots. Joe Joyce. Why do you think people love Joe Joyce? Because he takes shots and he comes in and kicks ass. Now, for the first time, he got his ass kicked. But you think people are not going to see him fight? Of course they are. Derek Chisora. Derek Chisora is a guy that's holding his own. That's why I want more money, man. Because he asks for more money because he knows what type of violence and damage that he's taken. But people still want to watch him fight, though. I can go countless. Manny Pacquiao. Back and forth shit. Mickey Ward. They made a movie about him. These type of fighters are going to be entertaining, but understand they are not boxers. Every time Floyd did a face-off, it felt like a politician answering questions. That's exactly what he is, because he was coached to answer questions a certain way. I agree, Pretty Boy was the better version. Yeah, it's just nobody really cared for Pretty Boy because you had so many champions, Hall of Famers ahead of him. Floyd did not have a chance from 2000 to 2008 or 9. Nobody really, okay. Floyd is probably went pro in like 97 or 96. And he was doing shit like he shut out Angel Manfredi, and Angel Manfredi beat up Gotti, right? And Floyd beat up Hernando Hernandez, right? He beat him, took the title. Yes, those things are what he was doing, but what was people talking about? They were talking about Roy Jones. They were talking about Mike Tyson. They was talking about Oscar De La Hoya. They was talking about Felix Trinidad. You was talking about Fernando Vargas. You were talking about Arturo Gatti. You were talking about who else was just there? Lennox Lewis. You had so many different fighters to look at besides Pretty Boy. Pretty Boy Floyd was this guy just under a lot of other people. He was just not that noticeable dude. As good as he was just another good fighter because in the verge, like from the late 90s to the 2000s, okay, the starting point of the millennium, you had from 1992, 1996, you had a plethora of fighters that came out of the Olympics that were something, that made their name from something. Their foundation were the Olympics. You know, you had Vernon Forrest, you had Winky Wright, you had Sugar Shane, which got knocked out by Vernon Forrest from the Olympics. But Sugar Shane was just dynamic. He was the best lightweight I've ever fucking saw. So you had guys that weren't beat yet. So Floyd was no different because Floyd was just another undefeated fighter that wasn't Olympic gold. Who was? Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya lost in September 18 of 1999 against Felix Trinidad in a controversial decision. However, he was still the golden boy. Puma. What else? He's like 10, 220. What else did he have? He had a lot of shit, you know, that he was the Anthony Joshua of back in the day. You know, he was the golden boy. You know, he made the money and everybody wanted to fight him. And they knew, hey, if I'm going to be anyone, I'm going to fight the guy on the very top, despite him losing to Trinidad, despite him losing to rival Sugar Shane Mosley. Sugar Shane Mosley, another undefeated fighter. Roy Jones, another undefeated fighter. You know, you had these guys, I Cortez, I fucking forgot about him. Six Heads Lewis, James Page. You had so many fighters that were undefeated. To the point it was like, Floyd who? Floyd who? Who cares? You know? It's confirmed Fury is fighting Chisora 4. Damn. Dude, if Fury fought Derek Chisora a fourth time, I would do a live stream when that fight comes on without watching that fight. And that whole stream would be dedicated to not promoting Tyson Fury and shutting his shit down. Hit likes, Pete. It costs nothing and it helps the channel. Great. Appreciate you, man. Tito Trinidad versus Manny Pacquiao, 147. 147? Ooh, probably Manny. But Trinidad was kind of dangerous because he waits to counter people that run in. You know, Fernando did that shit. David Tua versus Ruiz. Dude, Tua would destroy Ruiz because, see, Tua would hit Ruiz so hard and he would catch Ruiz. And they're both about, no, Ruiz was a little taller than Tua. Tua's about 5'10". Ruiz is about 6 foot even. Maybe about 5'11". But Tua would hit him with shots. It would be a war, but see, Andy don't hit like that. Andy's quick, but he doesn't hit like that. Tua, no, bro. You guys heard about David Tua making a comeback? I seen a picture of Tua looking buff. I thought it was an older picture. But no, that's him now. That motherfucker starving like Marvin. Maybe he's thirsty, eager, hungry, broke. You know, nothing motivates you like being broke. Leave your kids and mom at home. Shane Mosley never got knocked out, Kurt. Well, he got beat up by Vernon Forrest. I think he did stop him the first fight. I think they stopped that fight. Let me see. Okay, let's see. Let's see. round 10 of 12. Okay. Well, this is round 10 of 12. You know, to say what it's worth, man, Sugar Shane was just mad. He was mad tough. He was a tough guy. And then just Vernon Favre was just so much bigger than him. He was just bigger than him all around. Okay. No, actually, I thought he stopped him. He just beat the shit out of him. Okay. I stand corrected. Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight on the planet. Unicat come in. Yeah, two is broke, bro. There comes a time for their own safety that fighters don't get licensed. Tua versus Prime Morrison before the Coca. Well, before the Coca. How about before the AIDS? Fury is the baddest without fighting anyone. Obviously, he has to be. He has to be the baddest without fighting anyone. Bro, we need Golden Age boxing back. Damn. You know what we got? Red Bull vodka. This is what you need to do. You can forget about that shit. You just need to turn on YouTube and look for the channel or look for the fight that you want to watch. You know why I say that? Is because back in the 90s, no, early 2000s, I used to study fights. This was way before YouTube or any of that, but I studied fights just for the hell of it, and I wanted to watch fights over again. And ESPN Classic would not play everything. Like I was looking for Zab Judah and Mickey Ward. You couldn't find that on ESPN's Classics because they're looking at fights from yesteryear. They're looking like Jack Johnson or Rocky Marciano taking on Jersey Joe Walcott. They're showing fights like that. But if you want to watch fights that happened 6-7 years ago, you're going to have to. And what I did at the time, I had this huge book. Okay, I had this huge book, and this book came from a cat out of New Jersey. And this guy from New Jersey, I don't know if he's still alive or not, but you called him. You mailed him the money, and then when he got the money or the money order, he would mail you back the tapes that you needed. David Tua versus Oliver McCall. Who we got? I don't know. Oliver McCall was good until the drugs. Mint mate, so laid back, it's unreal. Fury is a turnip. I used to study boxing and NBA. Albuga. Never seen one man move like Iron Mike. Yeah, his upper body movement was good. He was just very, dude, I would hate to fight someone like that. I'd just rather kick him, you know? You see Mike doing this to you, dude, I just want to fucking thrust kick him because he's going to catch you and he's going to hurt you. No, I just don't know. Just do a front snaps. Bah! You know what I mean? Like, get the fuck back. Or you would be better off for Mike Tyson. You would be better off just tackling him. Yeah, UFC that motherfucker. Because if you see Mike Tyson, you see Mike coming at you like this. Look, bah! That's what you do to Mike. Or exactly, Topentine, football tackle. Go the fuck in. He's already crouching. You just grab that motherfucker and just try to take him down. You know what I mean? Or better yet, how about this? Let's do a combo. Let's run up to him and, like, if he's coming, hey, come on, bitch, I'm gonna fucking kill you, bitch. Boom! And then when you knock him back, when you Leonidas that motherfucker with this fucking boom, once you do that, you then you have the space. But make sure the momentum is with you. If you need space, by God, back up, then come in. Bow! Then after he does that, Crowd him, and bring that motherfucker down. Take him down. You know? Take him the fuck down. Don't wait too long. Don't wait. Because if you wait, he might bip, 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 bip. That's it. That's you. You don't want that. Because you may come to when somebody, hey man, you okay? Hey man. You know, nose fucked up, teeth gone, eardrum busted, eye swollen, lip busted, jaw broken, James West, blessed by the best. That's what you would do if you try to test Mike Tyson. Don't do it. Especially, you're not going to be fighting him in a ring anyhow. It's going to be something where you've made him mad because you said the wrong shit. You've Chris Rocked him in a Will Smith Oscar event. So you've pissed him off at this point. What do you say, bitch? Uh-oh. Hey, Mike, I'm sorry. You know? Don't do it. Don't do it. You better hope Mike Tyson isn't watching this, Kurt. You'll be the next guest on Hot Boxing. Man, imagine that. Look, imagine I'm on there. I'm sitting there with my counterpunch shirt on, all happy and giddy in front of millions of fucking people at one time, right? And he's like, so Cut, tell me, you about to do relevant with showbiz, but I seen your show and you was talking shit about if you would fight me, and what you say you would do it again. You said you would fucking kick me, and you put me to the ground. You say that shit. I just said if I made you mad, you know, and then why would you think, why would you make me mad? Why would you say something about me? What would you have to say to make me mad? I'm just trying to figure out. No, I'm just saying, motherfucker, nigga, you say I was gonna come at you, so you had to have something you was gonna say about me. And you're gonna say it's about me. I've been fucking ready to fucking get, oh, Mike, no! Fucking thumps the fucking blunt at you, motherfucker. That shit wasn't funny. And knowing Mike will do that to you. Be like, no, Mike, no! And then Mike will fucking, just fucking kill me. Don W, member. Nah, I'm just saying this, motherfucker. I love you guys, man. Yeah, man, it's serious. And Mike would probably, but then again, you don't know. I mean, he could go off on you like he went off on that Canadian reporter in Canada. Where were they at? Were they in Montreal or were they in Vancouver? I think they were in Toronto, I think. You rat piece of shit like you, rat motherfucker. In a few years, the nurse will be able to give Mike a shoe in. Man, don't fucking hurt me, Mike, motherfucker. I told you that not anybody can fucking kill you. Anybody can kill you. Me, any fucking body. So you talk all this shit. You say, oh, Mike, make Mike mad. Why the fuck do you have to make me mad? Why the fuck can't we just peaceful and harmony? Everybody's talking shit about each other, motherfucker. You ever box professionally? You sit behind the camera, motherfucker, and just talk shit about other fighters and you don't know shit about fighting. Or maybe I fucking teach you some shit about motherfucking fighting. Or how about I teach you get your ass whipped? You know, after this show, we're gonna televise you, and I wanna go sparring with you. You want me to spar with you? I won't spar with you. You ain't no my fucking Muhammad Ali, nigga. I'll fucking kick you. I will fuck you up. Put the fucking, put this shit on. Let's get ready. We're gonna put this shit on. Turn the cameras over. We're gonna fucking fight. We're gonna see what Kurt fucking Deville. We're gonna feel like your Louisiana ass. What you got? Because I'm gonna give you a New York ass whooping. We're gonna see what you got, nigga. We're gonna do. Yeah, man. It's oh, now you be talking about Andy Ruiz. He's a good man. He's fucking having problems with his wife. And shit. You fucking talking shit about him all the time. Andy, come in here. Come in here. Yeah, you've been talking shit about my wife. She's trying to move on. I fucked over her. She didn't complain until I had the money. But you always mimic me. You think that shit's funny? I've got kids that watch your fucking shit. I'm sorry, Mike. You don't have to say sorry to me, man. I've been calling this motherfucker out all day. You don't mess with my pigeons. Kurt, how would Mike Tyson sound like with a Texas accent? I don't know. I don't know. Because there's a difference between like West Texas, then you got Central Texas, which Central Texas people, okay, especially like in Austin and shit like that, that's Central Texas. They talk like they're from California. They don't talk like West Texans. They sure as shit don't talk like East Texans. East Texans just talk like some just regular random Southern fucking person. But then you go up in Dallas and that area, right? Dallas, Fort Worth, which is kind of north of Central. They got a whole different way of talking. They kind of sound like they're from fucking Shreveport. So it depends on where Mike grew up. And Galveston is a whole different, then you go down to the Valley. A lot of fucking people think the Valley, they think the Valley is like in Cali. No, I learned from I'm in Louisiana now. I may be in Louisiana for a very long time. But like what I learned is Texas has a valley. Okay? And recognition due to James West coming in with that half blessed by the best. Appreciate you, brother. Much love. Houston is a totally different entity too, but it's almost like you got Dallas, then like then you got Waco. Waco's weird, real weird and violent. Then you got Austin. Austin's like this fucking separate entity city, unlike any other fucking city. Then you got San Antonio. Then San Antonio is like like some people fucking forget that the Alamo, it's different, bro. Then you have Houston. Then you have Galveston, San Padre Island, all that shit. Then you got the fucking valley, like Brownsville, Salinaville down there. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, Texas is different, bro. Texas is just different. It's a different territory. It's too fucking big damn near to be one state. It's so huge. That motherfucker, you could put the UK in fucking Texas. That's probably why, Anthony's like, you fuck, this is UK. I love it. You're going to come in fucking 260 next, eating fucking briskets and T-bones and fucking ribeyes and shit like that. I love ribeye steaks. Yes, Texas is, it's huge. That's why I think this is I predict. Anthony Joshua, if he wins in December, whoever he fights, if he wins, that motherfucker's moving to Texas. I bet you he's moving to Texas. I bet you he moves to and then what'll probably be a place for him is probably like Austin, or he'll probably be, but he wants to embrace the culture. So what he'll probably do is you'll probably see him with a house in Dallas where he trains, right? And then you'll probably see him in a place like Galveston, because Galveston, AJ does a lot of studying, right? He learns a lot about certain places he goes to. And he'll probably get a house in Galveston. Why Galveston? Because Galveston is where Jack Johnson's originally from. Jack Johnson was the first black heavyweight. So he'll probably do some historic stuff like that, being him. I don't see AJ just buying one house in Austin or Texas, because it's just he has too much money, and the houses there are a lot better than places like Cali. That's why so many people in California are moving to Texas, because they got a fucking house no bigger than this condo I'm in, and the fucking thing's 1.9, 1.6, 1.7, 1.8 million dollars. So they sell their house, or they go to Dallas or Houston or wherever the fuck they go, because they can go to Dallas, then go to Austin. Austin is more Healy, you got a lot of scenic shit, kind of like the Valley and Santa Monica in California, that area. So what they do, they go to Austin and they're like, shit, look at all these houses on the hill. You go down to like Cedar Park, Round Rock. They see Travis Lake, and they see all the cool stuff down there, and they're like, damn, is that house really, that big ass house, is it really fucking 600,000? Okay, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy two of them. One to rent to pay my mortgage, and the other one to stay in. Simple. And so many people have done the same shit. That's why Austin, Lago Vista, places like that, people are moving to, because it's surrounded by lake, and you got mountains and hills and valleys and shit. And then they got these houses that are 500,000-600,000 that, hey, I just sold my house for over $1 million, and I could still buy two houses and then still have $400,000 or $500,000 left the fuck over. Then go to mention you're buying a house. You're not buying a fucking car. You're buying a house. So then you got equity in one. Then then the one that you rent out. Then not only you got the equity in the one you bought, but you got the equity in the one that someone else is paying you to have. So you're building equity from that. So what is that? $2,400? Yes. So people are coming to Texas in droves. That's what's happening to Texas. But unfortunately, it's getting so saturated so fast, because 100 people are going to fucking Texas, like I think Anthony Joshua's going to do, tying this into boxing, right? To the fact that now the property values are moving up, and people are building more houses, and now there is a demand for houses. Now they can ask for more. So that $500,000 or $600,000 home, maybe it used to be 2 or 3, now it's 5 or 6. Now it's 7 or 8. Okay, so the more that people come from Cali buying this shit, the more it's going to raise. Whereas in 2017, you could buy a house for $280,000. Whereas now that same house is now $360,000 or $620,000. So that's what you're dealing with in Texas. I mean, beautiful place though. Don't get me wrong. Everything it is to do, you can do. Golf, gaming, camping, all types of shit. Swimming, boating, hiking, karaoke, drinking, every fucking thing you really want to do. The only thing Austin doesn't have is the ocean. But I mean, you could go south for that. So weed keeps Mike out of jail. Well, weed keeps him calm. Rene Padilla, yeah. Hunting, it's fun, all that shit. You can do all that there. No state taxes. No state taxes in Texas. I just bought another car in Texas, and none of that shit. AJ could buy an entire block in Texas. He probably would, and put like everyone in it. He should go to like Cedar Park, where I live or used to live. I'm not really certain, if I'm living there nowadays, but I haven't been there. We'll see. To be continued, right? TBA. But yeah, he could buy a whole complex and put all of his family in it. You know what I mean? And like, that would be the shit. And nobody really cares. Like, people from the UK, they don't get the hassle that other people, like South Americans, people from the Caribbean, they don't get that type of hassle. You know what I mean? They don't. Like, UK, London, they can get a visa. They really no problem, because they're because of the status of the country. You know, they have euros and British pounds. We have dollars, which our money is worth more than theirs. You know, so if they can verify you got a job and a return date, you're fine. But let's say you want a visa. Okay, well, I don't think that'll be a problem either. It's like London, you sail up and you go to Kent. I don't know what Kent is. I lived in the U.S. The first thing I'd buy would be L.A. L1, A1, SLR, LOR. Well, that would probably be a gun, I'm thinking. Yeah, it's weird. Okay, Kent County, Southeast. Kurt, is there a rematch clause in Tank versus Ryan? I don't think so. No, yes, it is. It's on Tank's side. So if he beats Tank, Tank can get a rematch. Not for Ryan, though. Do you see a stoppage in the Garcia fight? Yeah, from any of those fighters. But I think Garcia is going to get knocked out. You know, don't worry. He can blame it on the rehydration clause. But my thing is, if you're going to blame it on a rehydration clause, just why did you take the fight? What's the difference between Louisiana and Texas, Kurt? Renee? A lot of things. The weather is kind of similar, but then Texas is so much bigger. However, Louisiana is different from any other state in the U.S. Why? Because here we don't have counties. The only place in the United States of fucking America we have parishes. Why? Because parishes are French. We are the surviving, lasting territory of the French. Because remember the French, the Louisiana Purchase. Louisiana used to be Arkansas, Missouri, Iowa, and on up to Canada. Well, here they had so many different languages. You had Louisiana Creole, you had French Creole, you had French. You had a lot of different dialects. You had different people. The food is big. You know, New Orleans, you go to Popeye, shit like that. It originated there. They had Copeland's, a lot of places. You know, if you're going to run your mouth about dehydration, don't take the fight. Bill, I'm with you. Exactly. Yeah, everybody knows Ryan's. Yeah, I don't see that going well. And, you know, Tank is a guy that you see, shorter fighters deceive you. And you think you got the advantage, but you just don't understand. They have the ability to reach out and touch you, as Tank, as Mike Tyson, as David Tua, as any short fighter that has the ability to spring up like a frog and punch you in the fucking face. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Campbell knocked him down easy. Yeah, and he didn't see that shit. Pow! He was down, bro. Smash that like button for my homie Kurt King, Mike Hall in the building. What's up, brother? Kind of punch to you. The laws are different here. You can carry a gun. Nobody fucks with you about a gun. I could drive out and get pulled over, have my guns with me. They'll just take the cartridge out and, you know what I mean? They're looking for drugs and shit like that, or open containers if you're drunk or whatever. But then here, I'm from a casino town, like most of these bigger towns in Louisiana. And you can you can get liquor on Sundays. We don't stop drinking here. If you're an alcoholic and you love to drink and you can afford it, come here. You would love it. Ryan can't have them cool hand Luke moments versus Tank. I don't think he can. Tyson had a great punch avoiding with all the crouching. Yeah. You know who could be a very good heavyweight, but I haven't seen him in a long time? Oscar Rivas. He got another damaged eye, so yeah, he's supposed to fight a Jagba. Garcia, good body shot on him. Never drank in my life. Boxing fan. Good for you. I like how weird Ryan can be in the ring. Hard to predict. Okay. Rolly made one mistake. Just one. That's all it takes. That's why Tank is not looking to be a perfect fighter. He's just looking for that knockout. And when he knocks out Ryan, then he's going to say, he's going to get on the top rope and, Wah! Wah! And then flip off the back. You know, pay me, bitches. It's not time to get paid. You know, I hope Steve Willis is refereeing Davis versus Garcia. Yeah, that would be boss. Fucking Showbiz would go ballistic. Ryan is super fast. Yeah, he's fast. Tank maybe has excuses. He accuses Ryan of juicing. Well, that's all right. Because people that juice can get knocked out too. You know? So. But yeah, this was very, very, very interesting. I liked the trash talk. You know, Garcia looked like he was a little starched, but to be fair, they both should look a little starched. Ryan just looks more starched. Kurt, you got Tank winning. I got Tank knocking him out. I think I call it by stoppage. Not because he's a better fighter and all that. I just call it he's just a harder puncher. And I don't see him going. I see Tank hurting Ryan before Ryan hurts him. Now, that may be a fucking mistake, and you've heard it here first. Okay? I really don't know if Ryan has what it takes to keep Tank honest because he's really just a bigger Santa Cruz. But he's a bigger Santa Cruz, and Santa Cruz did enough to Tank to let us know that, like, look, Tank can be beat. He can be outworked. Tank learned, like his daddy Floyd, to put BS in the contract or no fight. Well, they don't have to take that fight either. They don't have to take it. You know? All right, last comment. Let's go. Who got it? Who got it? Last comment. Ryan is underrated. KMD 123. We will see. King Mike Hall. Gary to this day. Bars. Tank by KO in the 7th. I'm going to hold you to it. Okay. Bill Keevaney. Tank versus Wilder. Come on, man. Come on, man. Tank is the 28-year-old's prospect. Is Garcia a top 5 weight? Now we're coming in. We're coming in. Well, listen, guys. It's going to be a great fight. I'm going to go live then. Stay tuned, 7 o'clock p.m. Everybody be there. Thank you guys for coming on, hanging out with me. It's been a great, great live stream. See you Saturday. Of course, please subscribe. And everyone has been counterpunched. Peace!